Hey everybody, welcome back. This is a Daily Bern. We're going to start here in just a minute. I give you a little bit of time to get in, get settled, because I need a little bit of time to get in and get settled and share. That's the most important thing. Make sure you share. This is just a little independent show. We do this grassroots for the political revolution every day at 7. So share it out. Be the media. Get this out there. Otherwise, it will just sit here. All this inspiration, all this motivation will just sit here and no one will benefit from it. So be the media and hit that share button and hit that like button. That all helps us. It helps us do better and get out to more people. And the algorithm, the Facebook algorithm that lords over everything and decides who gets to see what. So if you comment and you like and you do all that stuff, tricks the computer into thinking that this is good and wants people to see it. So do that. Be the media. Sharing is caring. But let me see. Hello, Helene. Hey, Steve. Hey, Ginger. Good to see you guys. You can't share the groups. You in share in jail again, Steve? Steve gets locked up in share in jail more than I do. I've been in Facebook share in jail probably 12 times since I started doing all these shows regularly. At least. I never been locked up in real shit Facebook jail. I've never done a stretch in the real Facebook penitentiary, but I have been in sharing jail quite a few times. But what are you guys up to, man? I've been talking for a while. I did a friend's show and I've been talking about all kinds of things for like 2.5 hours. So I'm revved up. We can go on and on forever. I actually think we might do something later on if I get something together. But I'm hyped up. I'm pumped up. I had a fun time talking to him. I was on Brent Lee's show and I forget the name of it. Happy Activist Debate. Hey, Carol. But I was on his show and it was a lot of fun. And we talked for like 2 hours about everything. I haven't even gotten to watch it yet. I got to watch it back. I'm going to do a watch party after this because I want to watch it. And I want to see what we got into because we talked about all kinds of stuff. We talked about 9/11. We talked about Trump. We talked about the election. We talked about everything. So I want to watch it. You can't even comment to group, Steve? Man, you're in trouble. Ginger's going to work but was watching that show, but then you came on. Oh, you were watching the one I was on. Yeah, it was a really good conversation. And I'm going to do a watch party so I can watch it with you guys because I think I represented really well. He's a skeptic of conspiracies and he's also an atheist and I happen to be a Christian. So we had a lot of different things we talked about because there was the conspiracy angle plus the religion angle. But this is the Daily Burn. So welcome back to the Daily Burn. This is the war room of the political revolution. And what we do here is we gather every day and we talk about this fight that we're in. We talk about this revolution that's happening in this country right now. But we own it. This is a daily motivational show for all of us that are out there every day fighting to change our government, to change our society into one that works for the people, one that benefits the people, one of justice and compassion with hope for the future, instead of what we have, which is greed, corporate welfare, endless war. We want to change all that. And that's what this show is for, is those people that are trying to do that. Massive change, real change that will actually matter, is going to account for something. I just spent a little bit of time arguing over Elizabeth Warren and her comparison to Bernie Sanders. There is no comparison. This is a show for those of us that realize that we must do this. This is our fight. If we don't do this, it don't get done. This is a show for people that understand that politics is not what's going to get this done. Politics is not what's going to do any of this. We do all of this, every bit of it. This is our responsibility and our job. And that's what this show is tailor-made for, is an audience of people that understand that. And that's why I want to do this show. I wanted there to be a show because I feel like the most important thing is our belief that this is possible, that this can be done. I caught it. But it's our belief that's going to make this happen. That's what's going to move us forward. So that's what this show is for, because we have to believe that we can do this. And I know we're going to win. At this point, I believe fully that we will win. But I want to hear what you think. Yesterday I asked and no one said anything, and that's good. But maybe you're concerned about something. Maybe you think, like I was just arguing, like I said, about Elizabeth Warren. And he was saying that she has support. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. But maybe that bothers you that they say she's the front runner, or sometimes they say Biden's the front runner, or they never want to say Bernie's the front runner. Sometimes they have to admit that though. They have been admitting it because we're getting ready to start voting. But they are liars. That is all lies and deception. That's what they practice in. That's what they deal in. So why are we giving them any credit? Why are we putting any weight behind what they say? You know, every day we gather here at 7 and we talk about this fight. And the things we're up against, they're real. We're up against a rigged system. We're up against a corrupt and rigged up media. You know, but it's our mindset and our belief and our determination that's going to make this happen. We know that. That's what this show's for, is people that understand that we have to put in the work. We have to do what needs to happen, what needs to be done to move things forward. And that's all that's going to move things forward. And that's what we do here and what we talk about every day. So we can talk about polls. We can. You know, I don't see the point, but we could if you wanted to. It's just, I think that stuff is distraction. I think they already showed you, beyond a shadow of doubt, that their polls are garbage. You remember them telling you that Hillary Clinton was going to destroy Donald Trump, that it was going to be a landslide victory? What happened? Is that what happened? Or did the polar opposite of what they said was going to happen? Why do you still listen to anything they say? We need to believe this in a way that is unshakable, because we have to understand they're going to tell us no over and over and over and over and over and over again. They're never going to get tired of telling us no. They love to tell us no. They love to tell us that we can't have these things, we can't do this stuff, that this is impossible, and it's pipe dreams, and it's outside of the realms of reality. And they are so brave when they know when I'm on camera. There is these little gnats that have infiltrated my whole town, really. They're at the little corner store, they're at the bank, they're everywhere. And they are flying around my face. And I know you see them because I can see them when I watch videos back. They don't do that unless I'm doing a feed. I promise you, they're not that brave, right? They don't ever mess with me like this unless I'm on and doing a live feed. It's so weird. I don't know how they know, but they absolutely know. And I think maybe they're tiny little drones for the establishment. And what they're trying to do is shut down this message. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that crazy. But we do have a conspiracy theory show. And that's, like I said, when we were talking about on the Brett Lee show a little while ago. I forget the name of it. Happy Atheist Debate Hour? I don't remember. I feel awful. But today's burn is going to center around what I've been trying to get to, is that our mindset is what's going to make this possible. Our role in this fight is simple. It really is. You boil it down to its base. It's very simple. We are the media. We are the ground game. You know, we're in a long fight, a marathon, but we have the momentum needed to win. And we're going to win by staying active and doing all that we can every day. But at the same time, you got to remember this is a long fight, a long, dirty, and deceptive fight. And the most important thing during that is going to be to keep focused on your mind and your mindset and keep your mind strong and stay focused on our goals because they're never going to tell us yes. We got to tell ourselves yes. We want this. We're coming to take it. This is going to happen. This is our time. Time is now. We can't wait for a better opportunity to come along. There's not going to be a better opportunity, nor do we have time to wait for a better opportunity. So ignore all this negative, the negative press, the fact that they're pointing the cameras away from us on purpose. Ignore it. They're never going to show it while it's happening. The revolution will not be televised, but there is an awakening happening, and even people like Jason who believe in Trump believe in him because they want massive change. He wants change. Jason doesn't like change. He may not like the same things I like. He may not be for universal health care, things like that, but he wants change. He doesn't like the shit that's going on. It's corrupt. It's driven by greed. He knows that. I mean, whatever reason he thinks Trump's going to do something about it, but he wants somebody to do something about it. We want change. These people that support Trump aren't even bad people. A lot of them think he's against the establishment, as crazy as that is. But we're going to win. And Trump isn't even our real enemy. The establishment powers that be are, and they're perfectly fine with having Trump. What their actions show me with running Biden at all, but trying to say that Biden's the front runner or Elizabeth Warren or any of these people, these they're never this brave. I promise you. And I hope Liz isn't here because I am only cussing because of the Nats. They have gotten to a point. This has been going on for like 2 weeks. It's gotten to a point where they're. I think they're affecting my mind. Maybe they're not even real. Are there Nats? But take in positivity. Ignore this negative stuff. It's going to be there. There's going to be a line out the door to tell us no. That does not matter. Stop taking that in. Take in positivity. And that's what you'll put out. That's what's going to inspire people. So watch your thoughts. Most of our thoughts are negative. We don't even pay attention to them. You can fix that by training your mind to be positive, taking in positive messages, positive information. Surround yourself with as much positive reinforcement as you can. Because the enemy that we're fighting against is going to fight us largely with psychological means to try to break us, break our spirit, break our will, break our fight. They're going to do a lot of other things. We saw a lot of that in 2016. But breaking our spirit is a big key to their success. So we can't let them do that. That's how they succeed. That's how they win. That's how we lose, by backing down, by folding, accepting it, tolerating it, letting it continue. Because we're the only thing letting it happen to begin with. I barely missed it that time. We're the only thing letting it happen. This greed that lords over us, no matter how you feel politically, we're letting it happen. We're allowing it. We're letting these vultures pick at us, no matter how you feel. At the end of the day, we're responsible for it. And it won't change until we take responsibility and ownership of it and stop talking like victims. Stop acting like victims. I was talking about Mitch McConnell earlier and how he's obstructing everything. There's like 400 something bills he's holding up. You got to get rid of him, right? I mean, but you think he's the whole problem? He works for somebody. They're bought off. He's stopping an agenda that they don't want. And it wouldn't matter if you took him out, put someone else in his place, still be stopping the same agenda. You see what I mean? You didn't get rid of, you didn't do anything about who's in control. And who's in control is not us. So I think anybody understands that. Both sides of the political spectrum understand that the people aren't in control. Well, that's what needs to be restored. Shit, it needs to happen. It never happened to begin with. We've never really been what is sold to us. It's not what's actually going on. But we're trying to change all that. We're trying to make massive change, big change, and then inspire millions of people to get involved in politics and change things from the ground up, which is the only way it gets done. Electing Bernie Sanders president doesn't win this fight. It's not even the end of it. This show and this revolution is all about something bigger than electing Bernie. That's going to be great. It's going to be a nuclear strike to the establishment. It's going to inspire millions of people. I think it's going to be a really big deal, but it is not the end. This doesn't happen unless we do it. We have to take ownership of it. And that's going to involve us staying very strong mentally. I would have caught that if I wasn't holding this. Jason says Mitch has to go. Wow. You don't like Mitch neither. Mitch is, oh, and he's awful for your state. Jason's from Kentucky. I grew up with Jason, and I'm from Kentucky, and he's awful for that state. And isn't it weird how a state that is, statistically pretty poor keeps voting for that turtleneck? Ugh, he's awful. Steve says the stars are aligning for a Sanders win. He is surging at the perfect time. Bernie's in first place in California. Things are going very well for our revolution. They're going very well. That's why we need to live in that. That's going to inspire people. Desperation is a stanky cologne. Nobody wants to be around you if you're desperate and please be part of my team. No, we need to show them that this is exciting. Be a part of it. Be a part of changing this country and restoring things, putting them in a direction that has an actual future instead of staying on this course of destruction and letting these greedy bastards milk us all dry. You know what I mean? But we have to take ownership and we have to realize that it's our future. And if we do what needs to happen to protect it, we can change it. We can make it into something sustainable and something that benefits everyone. But not until we own it, not until we take complete responsibility of it and stop acting like victims. Hey, Kilo, I don't know why, but all 5 of your comments just hit right in a row. I apologize if they've been sitting there for a long time, but good to see you here. But they're political jackals. They'll eat each other if needed to get ahead. Oh yeah, all the time. They do it all the time. They have no morals or scruples. These people will do anything. They're bought and paid for. They gotta go. There's a lot of them. There's more of them than there are good people in politics. Our political system is corrupt to its core. I don't believe in politics. I believe in this revolution. I believe in what's happening. I believe in the people. And I like Bernie so much because he's empowering the people. He's telling people this is what you need to do. You have to own this. You have to rise up. You have to make massive change. You have to demand it. I cannot do it for you. I love that he doesn't bullshit you. He doesn't lie to you. He doesn't tell you, hey, I'm going to come save the day. No, you want this stuff, you've got to do it. You want to make this change? Make this change. Run for local offices. My Babels is a local alderman, and I'm gonna run for something. I don't know what. I'm gonna find something that's coming up for re-election. I'm gonna run for something too. Get involved, whatever you can do. Maybe it's spreading the truth, spreading information, talking to people. Whatever. Every one of us has our own special skills, our own talents, our own things that we bring to the table. Just do all you can, and we will win. We will be unstoppable. There will be absolutely nothing that can be done to stop us. Steve says California's the big enchilada. If Bernie wins here, he wins. And we're on fire here. He is going to win. He is going to win. They're going to do everything they can to stop us. But we are going to crush this voting. Now, what they're going to do to stop us, who knows? We haven't seen it. We saw a lot in 2016, but I bet you anything they got an ace up their sleeve. So they're going to pull some shenanigans for sure. This may end up at the convention. I don't see how, but maybe. And we have to be ready for that, to commit to this 100%, to see it all the way through. It's not half measures here. It's not middle ground. No backing down. This is Bernie or vest. It's not Bernie or bust. It's take to the streets and direct action after this. This fight doesn't stop. Just keeps going till we start making massive change. Because otherwise, there is no future. Like, what kind of father am I, or potential future grandfather, if I don't try to make a future for those people? We have to do this. It has to happen right now. There's no waiting. No waiting for a better time. No settling for the establishment candidate because it's better than Trump. No, it's not. No, it's not. And even like Elizabeth Warren, it's not better. It's not. Yeah, you might sleep a little better. You might feel a little better. You might be a little less embarrassed of your president. But did anything really change for you? Did anything get better for you? Do you think she's going to fight for anything? I don't. I don't believe in Elizabeth Warren. I don't have any faith in her. Nobody on that stage to me is for real except one person, Bernie Sanders. That's it. That's it. There's one person up there selling reality, selling what actually makes change happen, and that's it. One. And if your eggs are in any other basket, I'm worried about your eggs. Like, how is change going to happen that way? Any other way? I just got done talking to somebody who thinks that this middle ground will get us somewhere. Where has it gotten us? It's what's gotten us here. It is the definition of insanity to keep doing the same thing expecting different results. We have to make massive change. Massive change. Right now. Not later. This is not about politics. It's about changing politics. About reforming a broken, rigged system. It's not broken. It was built this way. It's functioning exactly the way it was made to function. And it's got to be torn down. It's got to be torn down. Hey, Nissa, 2 shots in. Tequila. Well, I can't handle tequila. I cannot handle tequila. I have a bad experiences with tequila. Like, I don't know, 3 or 4 I could think of right now off the top of my head. I should not mess with that stuff. Talk Bernie to me too. I like Bernie. I like Bernie a lot. Big Bernie fan. Named the show after him. He's all over my set. I got shirts, bumper stickers. Love the dude. This is our fight. He's our candidate. He's going to be a really awesome president. He's got great ideas. I like a lot of his platform. I like a lot of his ideas. I can't wait to see them implemented. We need to own this. SARS. And electing Bernie is going to be a massive victory that's going to inspire real, lasting change. This is big. This is going to be a big moment, but it is not the end, it's the beginning. That will show people that we can win. And showing them that is going to inspire them because a lot of them don't think that we can. And they need to see us win in order to understand that it can be done, that we can make this change, we can change things, that things don't have to be the way they are, and we can have better, and we can better if we just believe it and then do everything we can to make it happen. I honestly believe that. Carol says it's called to kill to kill ya. Oh, to kill ya. I get it. I get it. Took me a second, but I got there. To kill ya. I like that. That's clever. It is bad news to me. I can't mess with that. Actually, anymore. I I tend to get like a fish with that stuff, and it's just bad. It's bad news. You know. Jason could tell you. I get a little too drinky. I don't mess with it really anymore. It's weird that that's totally legal. Like Nissa says to kill you 1800. That means that's what like. Oh my God, that's very strong alcohol. I was about to try and guess what people understand because no one knows what 1800 proof means. But Nissa says, I drink for my Marky. He died in December. We were drinking the night he died. Vodka. Sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss. And, you know, have your tribute. It's beautiful. I feel like a jerk now about it, but I wasn't dogging your drink choice. I was just saying I can't drink it. I can't handle it. I'm a baby. Tolerance is too low, I guess, because that stuff messes me up. But like I said, I don't mess with alcohol much anymore, just because it's just not for me. I do have my other vices, but Jason says, what are your thoughts on the federal law being brought up? Bill Wiffle Batlib. The federal law being brought up. Bill Wiffle Batlib. Bill Wiffle Batlib. I know you're making fun of me, but I haven't figured it out. I'm the worst during lives at figuring out comments. I watch back videos all the time, and I'm like, dude, how did you not get that? Or how'd you get that wrong? But in the moment, like I'm so busy trying to make sure that I'm not rambling about nonsense and I'm actually trying to be entertaining that I just can't figure it out. And it could be a real bill, but I don't believe it's a real bill because I know Jason. So, like, I don't know how to feel right now. Nissa says, you are fine. Thank you. That's good to know because I felt like I tripped over in my own mouth. I never really know sometimes. That's the fun of live, though. But let's just assume that you were talking about the smoking age. I'm just throwing it out there. What do you think of that? Raising the smoking age to 21? I was talking to the lady at the convenience store by my house just a little while ago, and I was like, you can still be drafted at 18. And they send you over to die in a foreign country at 18, but you can't smoke. Got to protect you from that. It's ridiculous. So ridiculous. I still want to get that joke, man. I'm going to get it after the feed, and then I'm going to feel stupid. But this has been the Daily Bern, and we went a little all over the place today. But what we do here is we talk about this fight, this revolution that's going on, and we talk like winners because we're going to win. We understand that we need to win. Has to happen. And all these other people on that stage, all the other people on that debate stage, all those other Democratic people running for president are shills and they're losers and they will lose to Trump. Like I was telling this guy earlier, Elizabeth Warren has no real support. Trump does. Trump has massive support. You got to take that serious because that's what we're up against. It does you no good to live in denial that anyone that doesn't have real support can beat him. It won't be any blue will do. Any blue won't, they'll lose. You started smoking cigarettes at 13. I started smoking cigarettes at 13.